From Appleton, Wisconsin, this is the Anderson Pens Podcast.
Welcome to Anderson Pens Podcast, episode 445 for Thursday, June 23rd, 2022.
This week we have Banter, news, updates, my ink of the week, a new pen case from Taccia, calligraphy, practice pads, an inky experiment, a contest winner, a new contest, plus a new Retro 51 that is coming soon.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Brian.
You know, last week I had an accident.
Okay.
An industrial accident.
An industrial accident.
I fell into an upholstery machine.
Okay. Then what happened? What was the result?
I forgot the joke.
Look it up.
Hang on.
It'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
I'm fully recovered.
You're fully recovered.
There we go.
We probably should have figured that out. I have a joke, too.
All right.
It is, however, it requires a, what do you call that? A viewer discretionary...
Viewer discretion
advisement.
Okay.
If you're in any way opposed to or offended by puns, just mute yourself now until you see the intro. What is a werewolf's favorite vegetable?
I have no idea.
A woogala. Now you laugh, but 20% of the people who are still listening are going to tell that joke before the weekend's over. Mark my words.
A woogala.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
You have not seen it yet, but
No.
This week's location bumper is the Paper Discovery Center.
Oh, okay.
Last week we took footage from the south side of the river. You just come right across the river, make a left, and you're at the Paper Discovery Center. The Paper Discovery Center is a museum and workshop center focused on papermaking. Programs in the past have included hands-on work experience tours and general information on papermaking. There is a science summer series for children at the center. The Kimberly-Clark Corporation donated its former Atlas Mill on Fox River in Appleton to house the center.
Nice.
Have you ever been there?
I've never been inside, but I know where it is. For years, there was a duathlon that started right there.
This is cycling?
Yeah, cycling and running.
Cycling and running?
Yeah. So I'm familiar with the area.
Yeah, I didn't go in. But wait till you see the location bumper. Justin arranged himself so he got a really nice sun flare on there.
Oh, nice.
I was very impressed. 2 days ago, of course, was June 21st, first day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. I suppose it's winter in the Southern Hemisphere. Yes. And also Go Skateboarding Day. You went, right? I didn't see you there, but...
The day you get me skateboarding, I want to make sure there's video footage.
Today, June 23rd, you know what that is?
It's National Pink Day.
It's National Pink Day.
National
the colors.
Pink Day.
National Pink
Yes,
Day.
all right.
Tomorrow, June 24th, is National UFO Day. So
You don't say.
I don't say. I did say. So I suppose we have to go look into the skies for unidentified flying objects, which are most things that you see flying around. You don't really know what they are. Reminder, June is National Adopt Cat Month. Brian Anderson, have you yet adopted a third cat?
There's still time.
There's still time.
There's still time.
You should remind everyone of this very special announcement.
Upcoming price increases for Esterbrook. So as of July 1st, the standard 20% discount off MSRP for all Esterbrook products will be discontinued per the manufacturer. So now is the time to get that SD or that JR that you've been wanting before the price goes up.
That means that a week from today is the last day to avail oneself of this current discount pricing.
Yes.
I also wanted to mention this, that no vintage mailer this month.
That's correct. No vintage mail this month. We'll look forward to one next month.
Right. But we did put extra vintage pens in the last
A
regular weekly.
couple that I had started to put together, but they'll be smattered into
Well, this last regular Tuesday mailer had a bunch of metal parkers. That
Yes,
I like
flighters,
those.
45,
I like
61s.
those.
Yep.
I have
Classiques.
none, but I like them.
Well,
I
there were
should.
pencils too.
I
Pencils.
saw
and
that one was a ballpoint and a pencil.
You can
Like,
yes.
How does that work?
It has an adapter it's actually a ballpoint, but it has an adapter that fits in that holds lead, and then when you click down on the knock, think of it like a jotter. When you click on the knock, it activates the pencil mechanism.
That is cool.
And if you want, you can take that out and put a regular Parker style ballpoint refill in there. And
I'm gonna have to check that out. Still with us?
we still have it. Yep.
All right. On YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, last Friday we posted a video, Brian's top 5 vintage goat pens, greatest of all time. Well received. You have
Yeah?
lots of fans.
Okay.
Yes, you got us lots of new subscribers. Or your pens did. I don't know.
They were good pens.
They're good pens.
Great pens.
Last Sunday was Anderson Pen Sunday Brunch Menu 11. Tomorrow, Friday, another one of yours.
Okay.
Brian's top 5 modern goat pens.
Top 5 modern.
Top
goat
5
pens.
modern. I
Yep.
wonder what those are. This coming Sunday, Brian, when is the last time you did something for the first time? Skateboarding day.
Skateboarding day. Yes.
I have a feeling I'm going to do something new for the first time on Sunday Brunch, because you're going to show me and our audience how to resack a fountain pen.
Yes.
I bet that's going to be messy.
It's easier than you think.
Oh, is it?
It is approachable and is definitely doable.
I'll let you know next week. And speaking of inks, I have a new ink of the week.
All right.
This is...
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. It's the wrong one. Is this the one you photographed?
That
Because
one's a
it's
nice
this
one. That one's nice too.
This is Zaza, Sound of Rain,
I was like,
Shikiori.
I don't think that's what that looked
No.
like, but that's
But that
really
other
nice. I don't know what it was.
It was one from a previous week. It's a dark blue one. I really liked this blue one.
Yeah, it's a little bit dusty almost.
I'm going to play for this ink on Sunday Brunch, because I want a sample of this for myself.
Zaza.
It's a muted shade of blue that they say leans towards turquoise. I don't see a lot of turquoise
I don't see
in
the
it.
turquoise in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I wanted to call it a blue-black at first, but it's far too blue for that.
It's
far
got a
too
little
blue.
bit, maybe a little bit of green, a little teal in it.
Oh, well, then that would be the leaning towards turquoise.
No, it's teal, not
Zaza.
turquoise.
Zaza describes the sound of rushing water after a summer storm. It's easy to read. There's no show through. Excellent flow. Again, this last week too. Shikiori, excellent flow. No feathering. I say cleanup was a 5. It comes, of course, in the 20 ml bottle.
An ice cube.
The ice cube, one of my favorite bottles. It comes in these, which is
Cartridges?
the
Yep.
cartridges that come in their own little plastic case.
You'd love that.
That I love. And I think we have samples. 3 ml
Yes,
samples.
absolutely.
3 ml samples.
Why did the boy bring a ladder on the bus? He wanted to go to high school.
Brian, how do you carry your pens?
Nib
Well,
up.
sometimes you carry them in your pocket.
Sometimes I carry in my
by the way, have one in my pocket.
Great.
today.
You have a pocket today.
No,
That's
I was
amazing.
surprised. I have a pocket. We'll get to that. How do you carry your pen?
I have a 13 pen case that I
13
put
pen
in my bag.
So you like cases?
Yes, I do.
I like cases. Do you know some of my favorite cases? In fact, probably my favorite.
Taccia.
Kimono cases.
Kimono. Oh, I love those.
And
I
we
have,
just
I
got
have
these
one
in.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice.
And it is gorgeous.
3 pen case in a new fabric.
New design,
Yep.
new scene on here. It's the Taccia Kimono 3-slot pen case, Sakura and Tree. Oh yeah, I can see the tree.
Yep.
There's the tree.
It's nice. Little red, like a crimson
Yeah, it's
inside to it.
and 3 slots that are keep your pens nicely
Yes,
separated.
they are separated,
I like
yep.
pens to be separated.
Yeah, they're not just a
Otherwise, you
loop.
could just throw them in a pen case, a pencil case,
A bag, yeah.
a bag. The Taccia Kimono 3-slot pen case will keep your pens safe while traveling and look good while doing so. For centuries, the kimono has been a traditional Japanese robe globally renowned as a symbol of beauty and status, And for years, Taccia's Kimono pen cases have been a unique and luxurious way to store and protect your most treasured writing instruments. Each Kimono case uses spectacular Japanese cotton with 3 generously sized compartments to store pens of all sizes. Modern, affordable, and strong, these 3 slotted cases will make the perfect travel case and display for your writing instruments and accessories. This one is mine. This one is mine.
They put a little stiffener in there or something.
I heard that Taccia didn't make a lot of these.
They did not make a lot of these, so that was just kind of an experiment.
So this might be your only opportunity.
Well, I'm going to try to continue to get. I mean, they made a tiny amount.
Tiny. It was so tiny. When I heard the number, I said, "Brian, just get them all."
Well,
but he said no. But I have mine.
Beautiful.
So I'm happy.
Really nice.
I am happy.
Very nice.
You have some paper there.
Yes. So this is new. This is from Brause. Calligraphy pads.
Calligraphy pads.
So this is
that we looked at briefly before we started, and it looks useful.
It's 50 sheets of 11 by 9.
And it has practice lines.
So it has...
Oh, this is making me dizzy.
And so,
Here,
let's see.
Does it make you dizzy?
We can put this underneath.
Oh.
And then we could line it up with... So they have degree markings up on the top here.
Brilliant.
Where the lines are. And then there are millimeter marks on the side here, so you can see. But yeah, you can.
They also have straight lines here.
So, really, just something new.
I like it.
We thought we would check out.
Because I do occasionally try to write with a slant and keep the slant the same. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I do it.
You definitely need French
not
rule
practiced.
or something like this. This is real nice. Nice big sheet where you can constantly do over and over your letters.
Yes, because repetition, that's the key.
Yes.
Repetition.
So, real nice practice pads from Brause just in.
They just got here.
Yeah, like this week.
Yeah, and I see something here that came in just today.
This is not on the list.
No, I don't
which you don't like when I do that.
But I like that pen.
This pen is great. So this is another one of this. Just happened to come in today. One of the Sailor Ebonite sculpture pens.
That's a sculpture pen.
Yeah, this is the Yokaze, which really looks like it almost looks like water.
I think it's supposed to look like water.
Yeah, it looks like water.
Ebonite.
Waves. Yeah.
And it's engraved in some fashion to look like rushing water.
And
it would go with the Zaza.
And it has that wonderful
Zaza in it. Oh, you like that smell?
carved ebonite smell. Yeah, it's great. But it has the
Let's get you some privacy.
it has the same format, the same as the 110th anniversary pen. So it has the roll stop integrated into the top, no clip, and we've got a 21 karat nib. This one happens to be a fine. It's a cartridge converter. Just really a super cool.
It looks like a large pen, but it's the same as the 110th.
Yeah, a little bit smaller. Yeah.
Oh, this
Not
is
quite
nice.
as girthy.
This is nice.
Does not post, but the
Pens
barrel
don't have to post.
the barrel is really sufficient size.
Yes.
Beautiful pen.
Well, yes, I can see why that had to be on the show. There's no clip. Just take it out.
I'll have to put it in my Taccia case
Oh, there you go.
and see they will fit, even a big pen like that.
But does it close? Absolutely. See, they're just good for everything. Now, should we try it with a Kaweco Sport?
So yeah, this literally just in. We didn't even have it. Didn't even have it checked in yet. So
Remember roll stop, because that's going to come
roll
up
stop.
later.
Okay, roll stop.
Last week in this segment, the Just In segment, we talked about 3 new Iroshizuku inks, as you may recall. One of which was the Hotarubi. Hotarubi, the light of fireflies, inspired by the soft light of delicate fireflies. This color is a bright chartreuse green with warm yellow hues. I received an email about that ink.
Okay.
And I am just going to read it. I won't say who it's from because I was not given permission. I didn't ask. But the email said, prior to watching Podcast 444, I poured Diet Mountain Dew into a clear glass to drink while watching. I don't think this person knows that that's your favorite drink. I picked up my glass to take a drink at the same time Brian was holding up the swatch for Pilot Iroshizuku Hotarubi ink. And as the glass crossed in front of the swatch on the screen, it looked like the swatch and the Diet Mountain Dew were an exact perfect color match. Would it be unreasonable to suggest an online comparison of the swatch in question and Diet Mountain Dew in a clear glass? Unreasonable? It'd be unreasonable not to.
Should we put that in the ink comparison tool? Diet Mountain Dew?
Yes. Well, let's take a look. 'Cause usually I'm a Diet Coke person, but I knew we were going to do this today. Did you have the swatch?
I didn't know we were doing this, so I'm really glad you have it.
Hold the swatch.
I'll hold the swatch. Yeah, look at that.
I'll hold up the
Oh
Diet
my
Mountain
goodness!
Dew.
Are you kidding me?
I can't see it. Can you hold it back here? I think it's a pretty good match. So Diet Mountain Dew has the color of fireflies.
Now we're going to sell this ink.
And that is your favorite.
It is.
If you're going to have a soda, you
if I'm going to have a soda, it's a Diet
Mountain
Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was fun. That was our inky experiment.
Good observation.
What's more unbelievable than a talking dog? A spelling bee.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Last week we asked a question, a contest survey type question. Do you remember what it was? I know you've read this.
I happen to see it. Yes.
Do you use your pen's clips? I also said, must your pens have clips? Part of it was going to be, do most of your pens have clips? But I think that's a given, since most pens
on the market have a
clips.
clip. Yep.
And no clear cut here, really. We're kind of all over the map on this. 15% of the respondents said they must have clips, firmly, 15%. 25% they said they prefer, but it doesn't really matter. 2% said do not like clips. So that's very small.
This pen is for you.
Yes. 17% said with or without clips it doesn't matter, and 22% said clips are not required for a purchase.
Okay.
Many, you see I wrote many twice there, mentioned that the clip makes a good roll stop. And there's a roll stop on that pen.
Yes, and there's a roll stop on this pen. Without being a clip.
Right, without being a clip. Some people said the clip can actually take away from the beauty if the clip isn't as nice as the pen itself.
Yeah, sometimes you get a clip that doesn't look as great. It's almost like an afterthought.
And sometimes the clip can add. A couple of people, I think, mentioned pelican clips because it's the big beak.
Little subtle.
It does add.
Yep.
But many people said that they use it as a roll stop. Edward Stotts said, I do not need clips, but all my pens have clips. I carry mine in my shirt pocket like Brian. Just like Brian.
Awesome.
Is only one there?
Just one today.
Greg M. says, since I prefer shirts with a front pocket to hold my glasses, I prefer pens with clips. I assume to also put in my pocket. I do have and will continue to purchase pens without clips. It's not a deal breaker issue. In particular, I do not want clips on pocket pens. Could be a whole nother question. How do you feel about it? I think
Clips
a pocket
on
pen
pocket
is
pens?
supposed to go in your pants pocket.
Yeah, I can go either way.
Okay.
If I was a Coeco Sport, it wouldn't matter.
That's true. Well, I don't. Lots of people said Coeco Sport and they always buy the clip, and I don't need the clip on that. Yeah. Even for a roll
I don't have
stop,
a clip on mine
because it doesn't really roll.
Yeah.
Steve Ma says, I never clip my pens to anything, so a clip is not a necessity, but if it doesn't have a clip, it needs to have some sort of roll stop. Steve, we have your pen right here.
Right here.
Right here. Marcia L. says, all my pens need to have clips, emphatically. I usually clip my pen on myself at some point during the day and feel kind of lost when I can't.
Okay.
Well, that's what clips are for.
Yeah. I mean, if I don't have a pen in my pocket during the day, it's weird.
And MS Tech Video says, I much prefer clips despite infrequently wearing shirts with pockets. And then a segue. Visited the Appleton store this past Saturday on a trip down from Sturgeon Bay, purchased the Profolio bag from Brian, and can't wait to get back and spend more time in the store. Love the podcast. Profolio bags, those are good. I like those. Is it the ones on the bag?
The ones, yeah, they're great.
Felt ones.
I use them for my pen repair stuff.
Yes, I see it on your desk
Take
all
it
the
from the
time, and
office,
I'm
yeah.
always envious.
You can have one.
I have two of the bags. I don't have any pen repair stuff.
Oh. You don't want to repair pens.
Winner! We got a winner.
We got a winner.
Brian Witt.
Brian.
W-I-T-T, a Brian with an I like you. All my pens have clips, and I generally prefer them to non-clip pens, both for ease of carrying and for the additional art it adds to the look of the pen. Brian, write to me, Eric at AndersonPens.com, and we will take care of getting that $20 credit to your Anderson Pens account. I have some follow-up comments, if I may. Do you remember Marilyn Garner?
Yes.
What was Marilyn famous for currently?
Notebooks.
Notebooks.
Lots of notebooks.
Marilyn commented, I just have to mention that I was cleaning my office and found another plastic tote containing 30 slim A5 softcover notebooks, mostly part of my old Tomoe River stash. New blank notebook total, 354. Keep going, Marilyn.
I like these weekly
Keep
updates.
going.
These weekly updates are great.
Stuart Riley says, your location bumpers are all wonderful to see, as I hope to come in person to visit the town and your store. Thanks to Justin and Eric and company. I do want you to know, Stuart, that Justin and I go out together for those location bumpers, but I'm just the driver. He sits there with the camera and the tripod and jumps out and gets the video. So that's all on Justin. And yes, everything you see in those can be actually seen here.
Mm-hmm. Most of it within walking distance.
Most of it within walking distance. So far. We will go a little further afield eventually.
Okay.
Paul McHugh, I just received the Esti Nouveau Blue. What a fabulous resin. I have the fine nib. I understand it is also a good reverse writing nib. Is this correct? I responded to that online because I said I've never heard it advertised as such. I don't think Esterbrook says it does that, but why don't you try it? Yeah. And he did, and he got back to me and says it works great. Okay. I don't know if it'll work on all fine.
Yeah, they're not advertised to do that. So what I usually say is, if it does, more power to you.
More power to you. Yep. Well, that's what I said, and he got back and said it does do that.
Great.
So fantastic. I'll have to check that on mine now. Well, I have journaler nibs. Oh, I can try it anyway.
You can get another one. You can get another one. Price is going up in a little while.
That's right. So I should hurry. What is today? Thursday. Between this podcast and next podcast is a special date. Is it the 28th?
28th or 29th?
29th.
29th.
29th. Is that a Wednesday?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Could be.
It's your birthday.
Yes.
Your birthday is not cooperating enough to actually fall on a podcast day, but it will be the day before the next podcast.
Okay.
So in lieu of... now, I do have to ask, how old are you going to be on your next birthday?
32.
51?
32.
I have it in my mind it's
31?
51. Is it 51?
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go riding that day, and we're going to ride the number of miles I am old plus
You're getting
one.
2? No. What I'm saying is, the contest this week is more just a happy birthday to Brian. Leave a comment below saying happy birthday to Brian Anderson. Is it 51?
It is 51.
And the prize next week is going to be a $51 gift certificate in honor of the number of revolutions this man has made around our sun. That's good, I think. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll talk about the writing in a minute. I've heard a rumor.
Fantastic.
And the rumor is that there's a new pen coming from Retro 51. It's apparently a Smithsonian.
Yes.
A National Zoo Panda. I have put some information together. I'm going to let you tell us all about it, but I want you to do it in Pig Latin. Go ahead. Not going to happen?
No.
All right. You just read it straight there. Go ahead.
The Retro 51 Smithsonian Rollerball in the National Zoo Panda design is just too darn cute. The light green background highlights stalks of bamboo and pandas in various poses and activities, and is printed on a textured lacquer barrel. The antique silver accents complete the look, and the Smithsonian logo is found on the top finial, and the pen is packaged in a commemorative Smithsonian Panda tube.
A Panda tube? Is
Panda
that
tube.
Where you keep your pandas?
I have already been given instructions that one of these is to order an extra one for Lisa, because she
has to have this.
She thinks it's adorable.
It is. I mean, we've only seen the pictures.
Yes,
but pandas. How can you resist pandas?
It's adorable. It's a lovely color. It's a nice.
They did a very nice job. They're always doing nice
jobs. Yes.
All their pens are nice, and I understand they're coming out with quite a few in the coming months. Mm-hmm. But this is the one we can talk about at the moment. Do we know when it will be here?
Soon.
Soon. I like that. That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
That's all you have.
That's all I have.
That's
I
all
think
I
that was
got.
plenty. We could go for that now.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. And Brian, I understand there's a store in Chicago.
There is a store in Chicago.
Tell me all about it.
It's on the ground floor of the Palmer House Hilton. Open 7 days a week. You'll find Lisa there.
Does it have a website?
It does. It's chicago.andersonpens.com.
Like this video and consider subscribing to our channel. And if you've made it this far, a special treat just for you. Remember that Chattanooga choo-choo backwards is ooch ooch a goonatach.